everybody.
Hello, hello, hello.
It's going to be a good night because you know what? I got so much to share and so many
Oh,
questions to ask. And I want to know if you guys think that I look like Jeffrey Dahmer with these glasses on because I kind of think I resemble him. I could be Jeffrey Dahmer's sister.
no, 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 no,
Well,
no, no. But before we, go in for the announcements, we'll wait for a few more people to get in.
sure.
We will wait. So, how is your day, Connie?
Jesus and God is a good place to be, and Jesus is my savior. And other than that, I'm lucky to be breathing, and I thank God every day for the days I get up. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay.
You can never go wrong with Jesus and God. That's for
That's right.
sure.
That's right. And you know what? And I thank God every morning that my eyes open up and I get to come out here and talk to y'all. So there it is.
Exactly.
There it is.
Exactly. We are very, very lucky. We are very lucky. And we got so much more coming, you guys. You have no idea. We're going to pump this up 10 notches. 10. Not one, not two, 10. 10 times 10. We're going to blow your minds in another couple months. You watch and see.
Ah, well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, yep, yep. We got a lot of stuff coming up for you guys to interact with and
Hmm.
um, doing special things with the Timu.
Hmm.
That'll all be probably sometime maybe at the end of next month.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I'm really, really excited.
We're so excited, and we just can't
Yeah,
hide it.
exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it, y'all.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep. So, and we also have surprises. Did you guys notice? Did you notice? Believe it or not, this is the same color hat that Connie has on.
Mine's just
Mhm.
prettier.
Yeah,
That's just the way it
it is.
goes.
It is a prettier color. Um,
Well,
even
you
though
know
it's
what?
the same
You know
color,
what? The lipstick's probably the same color too.
probably, probably,
I think
but
mine's a metallic.
yeah, I got mine right here. What is it? It's shiny. I think it's glittery.
See?
But
Oh, you
anyway,
tell y'all.
yeah, 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 yeah. Hello, hello. Come on in and say hello to us this evening.
Tell me who we got on. Say hello. I want to say hi to somebody.
Yeah. So anyway, they are the same color. It's obviously the lighting because Connie may have natural lighting going on.
I got a ring light.
Okay. Well, and mine is like a round ring camera.
Me too.
Oh, okay. Well, it
And my
must be the
lights are
lighting
off in
above
the
me.
background. So I don't know. Who knows?
It's probably the lighting because I have a light directly above my head, right
I
here.
don't have nothing above my head. It's kind of dark in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I have a light directly above my head. So it could be. But yes, I am going to maybe change a setting like where we're sitting. I might put up a little special no and sit somewhere special.
Oh, really? Are you going
Yes.
outside? I can go under the tree.
Oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it, to go outside
Although
and
I'm
do
gonna tell you something, it's been raining all day. We got 6.5 inches, but
that? Wow.
the city got 10,
Holy cow.
and it
That's a
hasn't,
lot.
and it's coming back in. gave up a little bit, but it's supposed to be come back in. And they said this was just a storm. So that's kind of
Hmm,
scary, ain't it?
that is kind of scary. That
Yeah.
is. So, okay,
Well,
guys.
before we announce anything, because we'll get everybody in here, I'm gonna we could talk about something else, and then when everybody gets in here. So a little while ago, I was watching. I have to say, because if I don't, I'm gonna explode. Hey, 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 little Carolyn. Um, so Nancy Pelosi
Hello.
went and talked to the Women's Democrats convention. Uh-huh. And all I gotta say is after I watched it and I watched it and I watched it, I only got 5 minutes in because you know what, I can't stand that woman. But anyway, I wanted to say, y'all think she was drunk?
Pah.
Because she was really off. About as bad as Biden was. Maybe it was another AI, but it was standing this time with all these people
Oh,
around her.
speaking of AI, are
Look,
you done
Carolyn,
with
you like this
Pelosi?
hat? Look how cute this hat is.
Do you are you done with the Pelosi?
Yeah, because I can't stand her. I can't even get it out of my mouth. Carolyn said,
Oh,
"Hey, hey, hey, y'all.
hey,
Love
hey.
we live in a bubble, no rain for us." I don't know how you all don't get north. She's only an hour from me. And
Wow.
we got 5 inches.
Wow.
She got 10 and she didn't get a drop. I think she's
Wow.
over her.
Wow.
Mhm.
So, yeah, about that little speech last night,
His
I say,
outing speech, it was only 10 minutes.
I say, and I'm gonna stand by it. Call me a conspiracy theorist. Oh, that's what my shirt said Tuesday. But call me a conspiracy theorist. But I believe wholeheartedly, if not the whole speech, at least three quarters of that speech was done with animatronics. You know,
Well,
they have those life-size presidents down at Disney. And I
something was
think
off.
and I
It was
think it
off.
yeah, I think it's at Epcot in the United States area.
Hmm.
I mean, his hands, guys, his hands would fold and they would go like this, and then they would come out, and then they would go back. And
Carolyn, all he said is he was gone, he was leaving, and he was giving it to Cackling Harris, but he he never swallowed, and I think one eye blinked at a time, and it was weird. It was
it's
really,
very, very,
really
very
weird.
weird. Very
I mean,
weird.
it only took him 10 minutes. Now, here's my question. He's got COVID or the big
No.
C. He's got,
No,
I think he's
no.
got something worse than that, but
Yeah.
he's in bed in Delaware.
No. No, no. He tested
Uh,
not positive Tuesday
Oh,
or Wednesday.
oh,
Tuesday
come
or
on. Yeah.
Wednesday.
Well, he's got
Oh,
something wrong with him.
Tuesday, he tested negative. So, he's out and about again already spreading them germs. How about
Well,
that?
he has something wrong with him. I'm telling you right now, he's not
Well,
healthy.
yeah.
His
Of
brain's
course
gone.
he does.
His
Of
brain
course
is
he
like
does.
Swiss cheese, holes all in it.
Well, that's why I'm saying, and if you watched, you know how when we talk, when you say we, your lips go we. His weren't doing any of that. His were just going up and down, up and down, up and down. I mean, that was
That's the
pretty
way.
good.
That's
I
the
don't
way
think I could
his
do
lips
that
go
again.
anyway. That's the way his lips go anyway. He says, "Hi, I'm Biden," and I'm. No, I can't stand listening to
Plus,
him.
on top
Well,
of that,
Pelosi talks like that too. Ugh.
he didn't gaff, he didn't stutter, he didn't do nothing. It was
He didn't
perfectly
breathe.
it was perfect. It
He
was
didn't breathe.
perfect. Right, that's why I'm saying, they may have had him sit at the desk and say, "Hi, I'm Walter." Yeah, you know who
Right?
I'm talking
Right.
about.
I know exactly who you're talking about, and you know he was Walter. He was playing Walter. It was Walter.
I
Because you
think
know
he had.
what? That
I
was
think
not
somebody
Joe
put a
Biden.
stick up, and then they were using the little, just like Jeff Dunham. Yeah, I still say that he modeled Walter after Biden. But anyway, yeah, that was not real. That was not real. There's no way, shape about it. I don't
That was
care.
not real. That was a robot or something because his mouth doesn't even move right. And his throat, when you talk,
You're
your
right,
vocal
Carolyn.
cords go up and
Yeah,
down and your
yeah.
everything goes up. His didn't move.
No, and he
Even
never
his
swallowed.
chicken neck never moved. And he's got more hanging there than it's just not right.
Right,
It's
right,
not right. Anyway,
right.
it's slice it and dice it. It's not right.
But then
Anyway,
again, maybe we shouldn't talk about no swallowing.
well, maybe he'll choke on it. Oh, dear God, please forgive me for saying that. I am so sorry. I did not mean that. I do not want the man to die. I want him to go live on the beach where he's happy. So go
Exactly. Let
away.
him go
Just
to the
go
beach
away.
every day in the summer. Go live
In
your
the
life
winter, go all
to
the
the
time. Just
fullest.
build your house there.
Right. Just go live
Mhm.
your life to the fullest, to the
Yes, we
absolute
are.
fullest.
We are referring to the Muppets.
Yes. So, I mean, I can't say I wish him the best, but I wish him a good rest of his life if he's even still alive. There's
There's
always that.
thoughts about that too, that somebody made a comment about that. No, I don't want him. I don't want to. You know what? I never wish anybody dead.
No, I'm
But
saying though, he could already be gone and we don't know it. He could have
you,
died over the weekend.
you know what I have to say, and I'm really curious. Maybe you have an answer for me because I looked all over
Maybe.
for it today. Who's Obama? Who's Obama backing?
And not Harris.
He ain't came forward.
Not Harris. That's for sure.
I
However,
think Clinton
Hillary
is going to
did.
show her. Oh, did she? Did she come
Hil-
forward? Oh,
She
come
endorsed
on.
Harris.
Well,
Which I don't know how.
Hillary is gonna
Here's the
rear her
thing.
ugly egg, her head somewhere. Her horns
You
are
know
gonna
what?
show up.
This is what irritates me about the endorsements because, when Donald Trump endorses somebody, it's all like poo poo.
Mm,
But when they endorse somebody, and I mean, and he's an ex president, soon to be the president again, but it's like, what do we care what Pelosi endorses? What do we care what Schumer endorses? You know what I'm saying?
well, you better watch out if you don't endorse the same person that Pelosi endorses. She'll rip up your paper and throw it in the garbage.
Oh my goodness gracious
That's
me alive.
Pelosi. All
Yeah.
right. Well, you can tell everybody the rest about all this right now, I guess, because we got to get into all
Okay.
this stuff. Go ahead.
Okay. So here we go, guys. See our hats? They are available. If you want to buy one, you can contact Connie or me or put it in the comments. There is on the banner going across the bottom, it has Caddy Connie's Venmo. And I am in control of the ordering. So, but you got to pay her.
And then I'll get it
It doesn't
directly
sound it
over
doesn't
to
sound it sounds worse than it's not pay her and I do all the work. That's not what I'm saying. I said it wrong.
It's all right. We understand. If you want one, you give
If
me
you
the
want
money,
one,
and I'll get it over to
yep,
Linda's.
yep. If you want one, they're $15 and we'll put this information up in the comments. Yeah, Connie? We'll put it in the comments.
We can do that. Hmm.
Okay. Okay. And the hats are available in orange, navy blue, yellow, gray, gray
Oh, you
red.
wanted me to be topping?
No.
I
No,
thought you
no, no.
might
I'm
have.
saying we can put it in the comments under the video
Gotcha.
with different colors and stuff.
I got you. I got you.
Okay. Gray, red. And then I did find out, but they're out of stock on khaki and black. So they do have them. They're just out of stock. Don't know when they'll be in, but if that's the color you want, because yeah, that's why they when I talked to you earlier, Connie, and I said no black, that's
Mhm.
why they took it off of the site. So, okay, and the next announcement is ta-da! This is a left pocket, and this is the full shirt, you guys. Look at that shirt. Oops. Oops.
I hope you
There we
weren't
go.
looking at. I hope you weren't looking at anything else because there's not a whole lot to look at there at
Yeah,
going anywhere else. But
that one. Look at that shirt, guys. It says "Shooting the Breeze," and underneath it
I'm trying to
says,
get it. Look,
yeah,
there you
there we
go.
go. And underneath it says, "With Caddy Connie and Loudmouth Linda." And those, one of these, and just to let you know, my shirt is like a lavender. It's a very light purple. And Connie's shirt is white. So if you would like one of these once in a lifetime
We
shirt.
need to get a hold of Mike Lindell, the Pillow Man, and ask him to do
Right,
it
right,
for us.
right. Free shipping.
There y'all go. There
Free
y'all go.
shipping. Um, anyway, either one that you want is $20. There's nothing on the back. It's just either on the left chest or on the full front. 20 bucks.
The
Free
material
shipping.
is
That
amazing,
includes
y'all. It's real
tax and
lightweight,
everything.
cool, and breathable.
It is. It
It's
really,
kind of
really
like
is.
those. What are those one shirts called that they work out
Dry
in?
whip.
There
Dry
you
whip.
go. Kind of like that.
Kind of
Hmm.
like that. Between that and bathing suit material.
Hmm.
Really.
It's real lightweight and comfortable. It's nice.
Now I have on an extra large because of, I mean, it's big by my waist, but I need the top. And how big is that on you, Connie?
Well, it'd
Is it
make a
on?
good jammy. It'd make a good
Okay.
jammy, but
And
it's just too. But
yeah,
I
yeah,
think Linda thought I was a little more endowed than I am.
yeah.
It's all right.
So anyway, that is an extra large. And you normally wear what, a medium,
Hmm.
medium, or a large?
Yeah.
Okay. So those, just to give you an idea, I normally wear an 810, and some of my pants are sixes, and some of my shirts are mediums, but I wear mostly large and extra large shirts. If I don't know where I'm getting it from, I'll order an extra large, and 9 times out of 10, I'm sorry I did that. I could have went with a large, but if I go to the store, it's usually a medium or a large that I
Yeah,
get.
mine are usually a medium. I
So,
fall in that category. My pants are a 4.
yeah.
Um. Oh, here.
One other thing. Do you want to do it?
Cheers.
Look at that, guys. Oh my gosh. Look at that. This all can be yours with our logo on it for a mere $25. No, this is not HSN, this is not JTV, this is not anything. It's me being silly. Anyway,
And we're
we're
not QVC either.
right. But I want to tell you guys about this mug. It is 40 ounces. It's aluminum. It's got a plastic top,
That
and it
screws
comes
on.
comes with the straw, and it screws on. It's got a nice sturdy handle, and I'm going to tell you guys something. Today's Thursday, Tuesday night after the show, well, during the show, my son filled my cup up with water and ice, and he brought it down. Well, before I went to bed, I forgot to put the lid back on. I woke up in the morning with the lid off all night long, and there was still ice in the cup, and the water was freezing cold. I put the lid back on, and it lasted me all day other than refilling water. The ice stayed all day. So you're talking about 24 hours at least that this will
So
keep ice.
there you go. What is that cooler called? It's all that, all the
Yeti,
it's what?
the Yeti.
Yeah. Well, this is just as good as your Yeti. And if you want to, I'll even write Yeti on the bottom for you.
And if you want to, you can just send us the cash for a Yeti and we'll just send you one of these instead. Because this is
Right?
trying to make a pitch, you know.
Right?
But
Funny,
yeah,
y'all.
to save your money just because of a name. And like Connie said, if you want it that bad, we'll just magic marker it on there, permanent marker for you that says Yeti, and it'll make you feel better.
Sure.
Maybe that's what I should have did. I should have put Yeti at the bottom just as a joke. No, I'm kidding. I would never infringe like that.
No, I don't need every time I think about Yeti, I think about the abominable snowman. So,
I do too.
it's
I do too.
all right. So back to the great news. Who do you think is going to be Kamala's running mate?
I think it's going to be gruesome Newsome. Did you hear what he did?
No, but they had a whole bunch of Whitmire was one of them that she had in the running.
Gruesome Newsome. He ordered them to remove all homeless camps. Why now?
Because he's trying to look good.
Hmm. You think? You
I
think?
can't stand that man either. You know what?
Mhm.
They said what I understood them to say is they said that Kamala's in trouble because she was the border czar,
Well, yeah.
and they're asking for her to step down because the border's so bad.
Right.
So there you have it. There you have it. They're gonna Kamala's not gonna be the running mate before it's all said and done. I can just tell you right now. Now she might be vice president, but you know what? I have got this sneaky feeling. Now think about this just for a second. I got this sneaky feeling that it's going to be Obama that's going to run for vice president. And I'll tell you why. Because if you think Kamala Harris has not been seen or heard from other than the first month she was vice president.
For
We
almost
haven't seen
4
her.
years.
We haven't seen her. She's sat in her house and done whatever she's doing,
Well, all we
running
saw her
here,
do was
running there.
laugh.
I don't know. I know, and I never see her. Oh, she was talking about one time she went and was talking about space like we were all first graders. Um, but but really the vice president doesn't do much. But if it was Obama, he would be again the puppet master, just like he is right now with Biden. So it'd be what? His fourth term? Think about that for a minute. His fourth
Full term.
term. And let me tell you something. The man is a power hungry fool, and he don't care if it says president or vice president as long as he's running the show.
And you know what? I need to put a disclaimer out there because I'm telling you,
It's my
um,
personal opinion and nobody
let me
else's.
see. Let me see how to say this. Of all different cultures, Latino, African American,
All
Asian,
of them. Mm-hmm.
he did nothing for you guys. Nothing, 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 nothing,
Mm-mm,
nothing. You're all in the same boat as we are. And
mm-mm.
I'm not saying, we've been higher than you.
And
I'm
we're
just
not saying we're in a good boat. That's the
we're
thing.
all down here. We're
Mm-hmm.
all equal, and now we're all equally poor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some Asian and some African American that have very good careers, very good careers.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never take that away from them. They studied hard. God bless you.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is the middle class is now down here.
There is no middle class. Either you're
No,
rich or you're
we're
poor.
exactly. They just about did away with us.
Mhm.
And if they had another 4 years, we would be gone. We would
Mhm.
be gone
Mhm.
because they just want to take your money from work, give you a bare minimum like an allowance is what they want to do. They want to give you an allowance out of your paycheck.
Well, think about this for just a second. I don't know how old. I got a pretty good idea how old most of us are. So we're all sitting there just about a few years from that. You can collect Social Security, get most of it, but you can't get it all for a few more years. So you got to get to 67. But there's some of us that are just a couple years off. I just got a letter from the Social Security Department that said that they want to raise it to 70. And then my little girl just told me that she got a letter that said her generation is 75. Come on, y'all. Really? Y'all got to work till you're 75 years old to get unemployment or
I
Social
thought it was
Security?
I
Social
thought it
Security.
was 70 for our generation right now,
60.
Connie.
It's not. It's 67. We fell in that generation. But they wanted to change it to 70. They haven't done it yet, but they want to change it to 70. And then the generation my daughter's in is going to be 75. By the time Ileana gets or uh what's that little girl's name down the street? She's about 4 or 5. I think I can't remember her name. I'm just gonna say a little girl down the street. But she's about 4 or 5. Do you know by the time she gets to social it's gonna be 95.
Yeah. If they have it at all.
95. 95.
If they have it at all.
You know what? Who's gonna live to 95?
My ex-mother-in-law, she's 96, but I mean,
Well, she just now start to get to collect.
yeah,
If
right.
she's in that generation.
Right.
And okay, so
She's
let's
been
talk about this
retired for
too.
30 years.
Let's talk about this too. Have you ever stopped to think, they said we will never touch Social Security. That money will never be touched.
It
It
was
will
never
always,
allowed to be touched. It was written in the paperwork that they could never borrow against, take any money or anything else.
and
And
you
they
think
did. So
and you think that
therefore
it's not been touched?
so therefore they owe us a ton of money.
Oh,
Because if they
well,
wouldn't have been pinching and nipping at it, there'd be a ton of money in there, and senior citizens would not be trying to figure out if they want to eat cat food or get their medicine.
amen, Linda. You know what? They're like, you know what? I got to eat this week, so I'm going to take half my medicine.
Right.
You know what? It's just not right. Y'all, it's not right. I used to, if you
Our
stop and you
veterans
think
too.
about it, all of these elderly people, like my mama's age and my mean mom, God rest her soul, if all these people were still around, do you know they worked their guts out, busting their butt for this country, building it to be something that was amazing?
And
And
you know
now
what
they're
else?
having to eat cat food.
You know what
How
else?
can they live with their self doing that? I just don't get it.
You know what else was really amazing?
Mm,
They had what they called pensions. Anybody that doesn't know what that is, and there might be people out there that don't know what a
I don't
pension is.
know at a pension, but
It's a
I never had one.
401k that
Yep,
you
that's
don't
another
put
one.
money in.
Hmm.
Your company puts money in it for you.
Yeah, GMC
When you
used to have one.
retire, that company is still paying you every day or every week or every 2 weeks or every month. That is what a pension is. That is
Hmm.
why everybody flocked to Detroit to
Hmm.
work for the big 3 because
Right,
they got pensions,
right.
they got
Health
benefits,
insurance.
they got it all. They got a union backing them.
Hmm.
I mean, these guys, my ex worked for Ford for 46 years. And he would tell me stories of guys that would come in for a week, go out on medical for 6 months, 9 months, come in for a week, go out on medical for 3 months, come in for a couple of days, go out on medical, and it's perfectly okay. For 30 years they were doing this.
Well, Linda, how about this? Okay, so we know that if we're going to talk about that's a private industry, right? The government used to give you a pension too.
When?
Oh, if you work for Social Security or the IRS or
Oh,
or
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
the
Okay.
FBI, any of those government
Yeah.
jobs used to have a pension too. But guess
Oh, you
what?
were set for life if you had a government job.
That ain't around no more either. Isn't that
No,
funny?
just the
No,
crooked
ain't that
ones.
funny?
Just the crooked ones sitting in the white building up there. The senators and the Congress.
And they get paid for the rest of their life the same
That is
amount of money.
why
That's just wrong.
that that is why so many governors go in for Congress or Senate, so they can continue to get paid and then they can get the rest of the life benefits. That's why
Exactly. You
they've
know,
got a scam beyond scams on it, guys, because even if they're only in there for one term, guess what?
they get paid for the rest of their life. So here's my thing, and that is my downfall right there to limits. That's the
Yep.
only downfall I have to term limits. Now, I don't think that senators and congressmen and all those people need to retire. Lord knows that Kennedy was there till they had to prop him up by a stick. But you know what? We never had to pay him a pension because he died in office. Um, but the rest of them,
No, so
don't you
here's what
think
they
if you
do.
do only a one term, you don't get it for the
Here's
rest of your
here's
life?
what you do. With the people that had pensions, okay, they did get medical, but they still had to use Medicare, and Medicare came primary once they got to that age.
Mhm.
These guys aren't collecting Medicare, but
Oh,
they
no,
they
they're on
don't
a
have
different insurance.
and
It's
they don't
better than
have
ours.
to.
Mhm.
But if you don't, you get fined now. Did you know that? If
Oh, if you
you
don't have insurance,
if you do no, if you do not register for Medicare, um, I think you have to be 3
65,
months
right?
no, 3 months before or 3 months after your 65th or 66th birthday,
I
one
think
or
it's
the other.
65. I think it is
If you
65.
do not, they take away 10% for every month you don't sign up on your Social Security.
That's ridiculous.
Mhm.
I'm
That's the
telling you,
penalty. That's the
it's a
penalty that
scam.
you pay.
It's a
That's the penalty
scam.
you pay.
It's a
Yes.
scam.
It is. It is a scam because then they get full and their health, they don't pay anything. They don't pay for medical, they don't pay for prescriptions, they don't pay for ambulances, they don't pay for anything.
How
They have
about
no
this
copay.
one? Did you know? I'm going to really shock you. Did you know? I bet I can tell y'all something that you didn't know. Mm. And I can't even get it out of my mouth. Did you know that if you're a congressman or a senator or any of those government high offices, they don't pay property taxes either?
That I didn't know.
Uh huh.
No
Now, how
wonder why
does
they
that
all
work?
have so many houses.
I mean, there's so many good benefits to it. Why wouldn't you run for be a?
Right. Well, and that's what they should do. They should do the term limits, take away the pension. Okay, you get a 401k.
Mhm.
We match what you put in. That's what 401ks are. You put 25 cents in there, they're going to give you 25 cents.
Yeah, some only give you half of it, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You know, and you're right, some only give half. So, my opinion, term limits, you get off of a pension and yeah, you get a 401k when you become a senator or a congressman. You don't get a full-blown pension package.
I'm with you. Something needs to change around
It's
here
not
because we
fair.
can't afford it.
It's not fair to the American people. We put your asses in office
Mhm.
and you screw us every chance you get.
Preach it, Linda. You preach it, Linda.
This is one of my worst subjects. Let me tell you, it just boils my blood. Just boils my blood that they can go in there. And here's the other thing, they don't have to sign up for Medicare, but they certainly can sign up for Social Security. Everybody else can only make so much money until they're 70. So if you retire at 66 or 66 and a half, like they have you doing now, you if you work the full time, you get the full benefits. But if you have a second job, or say you have a first job and you just don't want to sit at home, you want to keep active, you can only make so much money a year. And then after you're 70, it doesn't matter. So you see where I'm going with this?
So, in other words, when you're crippled and you can't think anymore, you know what? Joe Biden's going to get paid 400,000 for the rest of his life.
Well, that may not be long, unfortunately, for,
Well, but if we had a young president, well, Obama's getting paid 400,000 a year for the rest of his life. Even, I mean, come on, y'all.
I know.
Mm-mm,
I know.
mm-mm.
And that's why I'm saying it just boils my blood, because you're not there to do votes, you're not there to work, you're not there because you just don't want to be there. And shame on you, Democrats. Shame, shame, shame. Biden and Camilla, Schumer, Pelosi, all of you. All of you.
AOC is real young. She could be
But
living off the system forever.
you knew Netanyahu was coming into town,
Oh, I
and
know
you
it.
all had other things to do.
I
Shame
know it.
on you.
I'm with you. That really made me
Shame
mad
on you.
too. But he didn't want to talk to any of them. He wanted to talk to Trump. I thought that was awesome. He said, I don't want
But
to talk to them.
now all of a sudden they all had today free for him.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? He didn't care. He didn't want to talk to him anyway.
No, probably not.
He made a snippy comment about Harris.
Oh, did he?
Mm.
Hmm.
I didn't hear what it was, but I heard that he did. You know
Well, I
what?
know that Trump
She had
cut
it
her up
coming.
one side and down the other at the rally. You, I
Y'all.
mean, come on, guys.
Y'all,
You
she
know
ain't mentally stable enough to hold the position of president for 4 years. She ain't
you
strong
know,
enough.
with this next debate, holy smokes, he's gonna rip her up one side and down the other. And I wonder if she'll be laughing.
No, she's gonna cry and go off the stage because she don't have it mental what it's gonna take to go up against him. Whoever takes office right now, y'all, has got to be mentally strong and tough. And they said he's a warmonger. Trump is a warmonger. No, he isn't. If he was a warmonger, we'd already be in war. He never took us to war.
Well,
Everybody
it was
was
4
afraid
years
of him,
ago.
though. They
4
were
years
afraid
ago,
of him.
no new wars. And here we are now.
Yeah, looking at the one of the worst ones to ever be.
Yeah, I mean, we are looking down the barrel of WW123.
3. Mhm, mhm.
And,
It
I
is a
mean,
scary, scary thing.
they're a scary bunch of people, a scary bunch of people. I mean, you got ones that are normal, and you got ones that only go for so many terms and then they're out because they have the same beliefs. They
Mhm.
shouldn't make you shouldn't make a you shouldn't be able to make a career out of it.
No.
Many presidents has said that in the
Mm-mm,
past. It's
mm-mm,
not to be made a career out of. And at one time, believe it or not, at one time they only got minimal pay, and they had to stay being lawyers and doctors and whatever their profession was, because they they didn't get paid astronomically like they do now. And yes, for me, $175,000 is astronomical.
Of course, $175,000 to anybody's astronomical right now.
There are people that deserve the money. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
Oh, you're
saying
right.
senators or Congress, but I'm also of the belief that the we pay more to people that hit balls, throw balls, chase balls, sink balls than we do to take care of our veterans. What is wrong with that picture? What's wrong
Well,
with that picture? And if
you
you
know,
don't find anything wrong with it, there's something wrong with you.
well, you know what? It ain't no different than in Hollywood. How much did those guys make to sit up there and look like a fool? We pay them too. We
And
pay them too. You know,
$125 million to make a movie? Who are you? God?
wow. Let's talk about Tom Cruise. He thinks he is. He's
That's
a
what I'm
high up
talking
there.
about.
He's high up there in that Church of Scientology. He's going to tell you, come on, come in and be a part of the Church of Scientology where you can go across the bridge, drop your body, and pick up another one on your way back in. Oh, give me a
Well,
break for Pete's sake. How stupid do you think I am?
that's why he has had 3 wives,
Yeah,
but he
none of them
lost them
like him.
all.
None of them like him.
He lost them all to Scientology. All 3 of them left because of his religion.
Linda, do you know how tall he is? He's only about 5'2".
No, he's 5'4".
Oh, he's with his elevator shoes on.
Well, here's the thing. I used to love Tom Cruise. That was the only I wasn't gaga, like, posters on my walls and stuff like that. But I used to just, "Oh my goodness," and take that shirt off, "Oh, wow, wow, wow." But now I still like him as a person, and, I'm not into Mission Impossible, so that just kinda he hasn't, the other than doing the Maverick movie, I haven't watched anything from him in a while. But it's a disgrace because here's the thing.
He won't even talk to his daughter Siri anymore. He won't have anything to do with her because she's not in Scientology.
I
I
know,
think he's disgusting. I can't stand
I
that
know.
man.
You can't talk to outsiders. You
Oh, I
can't
know.
talk
So he needs to go on with L. Ron Hubbard to the great
and then
beyond.
people are like, "Oh, Nicole never sees her kids with Tom Cruise. She's a horrible person, yada, 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 yada." They stayed with Scientology. You can't have relationships, be
No,
even parents
no,
outside of Scientology.
no. It's a
Period.
cult.
Period.
It's a very expensive cult too, because you have to pay for your education on learning how to walk across a bridge so you can drop your body and pick up another one on the way in. It is a
But
cult, guys. It ain't
yeah,
no different than the Unification Church with the Moonies. It ain't no different than any of those others, the Hare Krishnas, all of them. It ain't no different.
but you know what? It is also condescending because think about it. You can't have outside relationships with your parents, your kids, your ex-wife, your
Mm-mm,
ex-husband,
mm-mm.
but yet you can go find somebody, date them, and marry them.
And bring them into the church. And if they're not in the church, then they're a suppressive person. They're an SP and they can't be married to
Right.
you.
But that's what I'm saying though, because he did that with Nicole Kidman and with Katie Holmes.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Yep, he did.
So how you're not supposed to associate with anybody.
Because he brought him into the church. You know who another big Scientologist is? Demi Moore. But of course, we know Ashton Kutcher was one too. So there you go. I mean, most of Hollywood is Scientology because of Tom Cruise. Of course, they're the only ones that can afford to go across the bridge, too. I mean, it's millions and millions of dollars that you got to pay that church.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Did you ever watch the Leah Remini?
And I watch Aaron that was with her on that show. He's got his own YouTube channel. grown up in Scientology, and relatable Reese is the next Scientologist. You know what's really funny is a bunch of the Scientology people, the second generation, have gotten out, and they are talking to high heaven on YouTube right now, talking
Mm.
against it, saying, you know what, you don't know what those people do to you. It's sick.
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay, enough Scientology. We're
All
not here
right.
to knock religion. I just
No,
thought about that. It's like, we're here to talk
no,
about
we're here to find out. I want to know if you think the Clinton's going to be the vice president, or you think she's going to be the president, or you think it's going to be a Clinton Obama ticket.
they're already selling Harris and Obama 2024 shirts and signs on Amazon.
So it is going to be vice president. He's going to step down and be vice president. Oh, Barack. I don't think he's got. I don't think he's got. I don't know. I'd be surprised. Maybe
Oh,
he does have the
he's
following.
got he's got the cojones.
Does he have the following?
Yeah, yeah.
You think he
Because
does?
I mean
I
the
can't
African
stand that man
Americans
either.
really liked him. They really liked him.
Well, but now you think they liked him because he didn't do anything for him.
I don't know. I don't know. I
And he
mean,
was another one that they questioned, should he have been able to even run for office?
mhm.
Was he
Mhm.
legally able to run for office? I don't know.
Can
Was
I
he?
tell you something? When I went to Hawaii 2 years ago, the bus driver told us that there is no record of him being born, and he drove past the hospital. He said, "This is the hospital that he was supposedly born in."
He wasn't born there. He was born in Kenya. But see, the only thing that's his saving grace is his mama was born in Kansas. But I'm going to tell you another thing that's kind of weird about Barack. Okay, so there's a man, and his name is Marshall Davis. Look him up. He used to be a real big head big wig for the Black Panthers, and he was and Obama's mama really liked him, and I guess they had a dinner date or something. But anyway, they say that that's really Obama's daddy,
One of Black Panthers?
Marshall Davis is really Obama's daddy. Now, if you look him up, you can see it. You can see it.
Yeah, I have to look it up.
Oh, well, you just go ahead and talk, and I'll look it up, and I'll show you. Because now you got
Okay.
me all wanting to show it. Go ahead.
Right, right, right. Well, and did you hear that, they intercepted Chinese and Russian drones over Alaska today?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yes, they sure did. They sure did.
Mm-mm.
China and Russian. So you guys buckle up, buttercups.
There it is.
Buckle up because they're pushing their luck. I think, I really, really think that they're doing it. I don't believe in my heart, and I could be very wrong. And if it happens, I'm sorry, but in my heart right at this moment, it's telling me they're only doing it to push the envelope to scare people.
Oh, I know
And what they
so.
need to do is, because honestly, I believe Putin and Xi Jinping want Trump back in. I believe
You
that he does.
think?
I
You
I
think?
believe they do. Oh yeah, life was so much better all the way around. You know, I mean, Putin threatened and threatened and threatened, and Trump was like, "Don't do it. Don't do it."
All right,
And he
here we go.
didn't.
I'm going to show you side by side. Ready? But I
Okay.
wanted to tell you that his name is Franklin Marshall Davis. Then you can do your background check on him because you'll see. But here you go. Oh, look, there's a Clinique commercial right in the middle of it.
Of course.
Of course. There you go.
I can definitely see it. Yeah, you can definitely see it.
And he said he was not going to claim that child because he was a married man.
Oh,
Uh huh.
I see.
Uh-huh. So see, they had inappropriate relations. But
Well, wasn't his parents married too?
well, from the story I understand the way it went was his mama was kind of a radical and her mama and daddy were uh professors at the Kansas University. So when
Mhm.
she came back, she was pregnant with no baby daddy. So her daddy went to Kenya and offered Obama a scholarship, free road to scholarship, everything paid if he just said he was the daddy. That's all he had to say was he was his daddy. And that's what he did. And he got a free scholarship, got everything paid, got his degree and took off. And there you go. That's where Obama got his name.
It doesn't surprise me.
But of course, that's all conspiracy theory. I just think I looked at the picture and thought, no, I see where I can understand all of that. And she did spend a lot of time with Franklin Marshall Davis, and he was married. Now, I think that she won't go there. Can you imagine that his wife, if he was such a radical, she might have
Yeah.
hung her by her toes.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
know, y'all. I don't know, y'all, but it's interesting. Y'all to look it up. It's a definitely an interesting read.
Yeah, I wanna look that up. You'll have to send me the link or
I
whatever.
will. I will. I gotta look up his Franklin Marshall Davis on the internet. It'll tell you all about him.
It tells you the whole story?
It tells you all about him.
Hmm, okay. I'll have to look it up tonight when we're done.
Yeah, because it's interesting. In fact, I think there's some kind of video on it on YouTube where they'll tell you all about it too.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's pretty incredible. You just never know who your daddy's. I go, well, I know who my daddy was. 'Cause I look just
I
like him.
know who my daddy was.
You look just like him too.
Hmm, I look more like my mama.
Do you really? I look a lot like my daddy's side.
I look more like my mama. I take actually, my sister and one brother take after, um, my dad's side, and my other brother and I took after my mom's side. But a lot of people, sorry, the back. A lot of people think that my sister and I are looking more and more the same as we get older.
Well, there you go. And that makes and they think you look like your mama.
Yes, everybody is like, "Oh, we can tell you're Joan's daughter." So,
Yeah. No, I look like my daddy's side. They
yeah.
said you look just like his mama, and I thought, boy, she was something else again. She was. You know what? There's a definition. You look her name up, and right next to it, it says ringtail tutor because she was a ringtail tutor. She
Wow.
was something.
Wow.
Yeah. But I would,
Mm.
I'd be really curious to see if it doesn't turn out because I don't think Harris is going to be there. I just don't think she's going to be there. I think it's going to be Clinton. It could be a Clinton Obama ticket. Something weird tells me that.
But they're not gonna win.
Oh no, none of them have a chance to win. None of them. But it just they're scrambling.
Well, yeah,
There's it.
because Trump is still leading in 4 of the 5 swing states.
Well, and they thought to themselves, you know what? We'll put Biden back in there and prop him up till well, guys,
I am just
he
so
couldn't
very
take anymore.
I am just so very surprised they didn't let him stay until the election. Okay, he stayed in the basement last time. He don't need to go on the campaign trail. He
They
didn't
don't
last
think
time.
they
And
don't
he's
think he
sicker than he
has
was
it.
he yeah, he's sicker now than he was back then.
I know. He doesn't he couldn't I don't think that he could run. I don't think that I don't even think he could get up to do his inaugural. I don't think he could get up there just to put his hand on the Bible and put
Don't
his
you
hand up.
think that that's almost a setup why they wanted the first debate in June? First time in history ever that early?
That was kind of weird, huh? And now they're saying the next one's in September, but now they moved it off to October.
Did they?
Yeah, because well, they had to because they didn't have no one to debate till now. And who? Oh my God! Can you imagine? Can you imagine a Kamala Harris Donald Trump debate? That they better have cameras in there and audio because I'll get good and fat and mad if I don't get to hear that one. That's gonna bring your popcorn. That one's gonna be a good one.
Oh my goodness. Bring a couple bags of popcorn because you'll be sitting on the edge of your seat
Laughing
laughing. Mm-hmm.
because there's just no way. There's no way,
'Cause
guys. No way.
I can just hear him say something to her, and I'm just gonna cut up if I hear anything of him say anything at the debate about her disastrous border czar.
Well,
People,
yeah,
you're going
okay,
to
let's
have
go
to
there.
do.
Did you see in the news just recently they were trying to remove that off of her resume?
No, I did not see that.
They're
She
trying to
was
erase that off her resume, and I thought you can't erase history. That's what she was. It was there. There's no way to make it
Oh,
go away.
wait a minute. They can erase history.
Oh, I know they try to erase everything, but yeah, they'd like to take her off that now and say she wasn't that wasn't her job, but it was her job. We all know it was her job. That was her
Mhm.
job to close down the border, and she didn't.
Right, right.
And you can't make that go away. That 19 million people are here telling us you can't make that go away, and
No.
all the other ones that are coming in every day since.
No, you can't make it go away.
Mm-mm.
You know, that's just like you can't make George Washington go away. Same difference. Same
Oh,
difference.
they try to make him go away, and they try to go make Lincoln go away, and they try to make everybody go away. Just
Right.
go away. Just go
I know.
away. You
I
can't
know.
make history don't go away.
Mm-mm. But they're ripping down all the monuments. And did you see that they ripped off the American flags and burnt them?
Yeah, and did
And
you see that?
graffiti
And they
all
went
over
into
the
the Capitol building and did that, and that was okay. No one got in
insurrection.
trouble.
That's an insurrection.
And they didn't get in trouble. Nobody went to jail. Nobody went nowhere. But we got all these people in there from January 6th. Some of them didn't even go inside. They were outside just doing whatever, wandering around, and they
Well,
went to jail.
I was watching part of the inquiry on the FBI director today.
Oh, Ray.
Yeah, I was watching part of that,
Hmm.
and I gotta say that at least he's not buffaloing like the director of the
Oh,
Secret
wasn't
Service
she
was.
funny? Wasn't she funny? That one was really, she didn't know. She had no answers. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Right,
know. I don't know.
right.
She just resigned.
I know. I saw.
She couldn't take it anymore because she didn't know anything.
She
Well,
did.
she knew. She
She
knew. I
knew.
can guarantee she
She
knew
knew.
all about it. But
She knew. And the
mm,
senator from Arizona went out to the site because it's still a crime scene. And he went out there and he was on the roof of the building the guy was on. And they noticed the water tower.
oh, you're
And
talking about Pennsylvania over there
yeah,
in Butler?
yeah. And he noticed the water tower and he's like, what was stopping anybody from getting on that? If this is out of your perimeter, what was stopping anybody from getting on there too?
Well, I think, I got a sneaky feeling. I got another sneaky feeling. I don't think this kid was doing this by himself. He was
Um,
not alone. He was not alone.
no,
I don't know who was with him, but he was not alone.
no. And again, there you go, people that are younger, in your 20s, in your teens, in your 30s, that think the Democrats are oh so wonderful. They brainwash you. Look at what they did to that I don't want to say poor kid, because he could have made a choice. And he did make a bad choice. But that's how, and yes, okay, he was Republican, but he couldn't have been Republican. Couldn't
Well,
have.
he
And all
actually
they radicalized him is what
his
they did.
his mom and daddy were Republican. Now listen to this just for a second. His mom and daddy were Republicans and they were both psychiatrists. And 1 hour prior to the rally, the daddy called in and said, "We can't find him." He called the cops. "We can't find him. Where is he? We can't find him." And the cops
Why
never
were
went
they looking
away.
for him though? Why were the parents looking for him that they called the police?
Because I think they had a sneaky idea he was up to something no good.
Oh, you're a day late. I just got a notification that the Secret Service director resigned. You're a day
Well, we
late.
already
Thanks
knew
for
it.
that
We already
notification.
knew it.
Yep. Yep. No, there's something about this whole story that we don't know.
Mm-mm.
And I think it's more to the story. And honestly, and I'm not pointing fingers, but there's a reason why Biden had a graft. He had a gaffe and said, we need to put Donald Trump in the bullseye. There's something that he heard or was told or something that
Mhm.
he's, because those people have tendencies to start telling truths when they
All
start
right. So
losing
the
their mind.
6 people that they think that they would like, they're leaning towards as Kamala's running mate is Yadari Caravaro from Colorado, Henry Cellular from Texas, Don Davis from North Carolina, Marie Glustenkamp Perez from Washington, Jared Golden of Maine, Mary Pilola of Alaska, and then I know I saw Whitmire's name on What's her name? Whitmire at. I
Whitman,
know her name, Whitman. She was on there. She was on there, but I don't know where she went because she was on there, and I've never heard of any of those people. None of them.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I just got a wonderful text message that my aunt joined us earlier and she was
Oh, how nice! Did,
um,
Hello, Aunt. How are you, Tia? You know that's Spanish for Aunt Tia.
yeah.
I just had to
Yeah.
say
Yep, yep. So yeah, I mean, that was thank you. Thank you, thank you. Um I don't there's just so much wrong with the circular motion, pointing fingers. It's the local. No, I don't care what anybody says. I told you I watched that special on a president or a past president. It is never, ever the local police that do perimeter checks and are in charge of the security there.
it
Never,
never
ever,
was.
ever.
No.
FBI,
Yeah.
never, ever, ever. It's the Secret Service. Now, did the Secret Service work with the FBI to do this? That's
Sure.
not what I'm saying, but it's very possible because there were missteps. The
There was a
They
lot of
knew
planning.
20 minutes. And that's the thing that they kept driving home when they were inquiring about to the director of Secret Service is you knew 20 minutes. Why did you let that man get on stage if you knew there was a suspect in the area? Well, because he wasn't a threat, but he was suspicious. So why would you put a president on a stage?
No, that was the plan.
But that's what I'm saying. Why would you put him on stage knowing you had somebody suspicious?
Because we've got to eliminate, you know, they're afraid of him. They're afraid of him. We don't need another marshmallow in office. We already had one. They walked all over him. He was a doormat.
You
And they
know,
did that on purpose.
all I can say is from here on out, after this election, and we get back to hopefully normal. Um, uh,
Get out and vote.
maybe it can go back, and we can have Democrats as presidents. Um, you know,
If we can take the crooked ones out. All I gotta say is
well,
y'all
that's what
don't
I'm
take it.
saying.
Don't think that we got it won. Okay. Don't ever think, well, I'm not gonna go because we got it won. They got it in the bag. Don't go there. You get out there and you vote no matter what. You get out there and you vote. Because nothing's ever a sure thing. Ever.
Mhm. Mhm. Right, exactly. I mean, I would love to have actual democracy back. It would be
Sure.
great. It would be great. It would be good if you could look at 2 people running for office and be like, "Hmm, they're saying some pretty good things, and
It
they've
would
done some pretty good things."
it would be nice to see America. I was talking to a really good friend of mine, and he said, have you ever seen people so mean right now as you see them? He said, I have a real good friend of mine that is an older gentleman that was a really nice guy, and now he's sick. He's real sick, and he needs somebody to come in and take care of him. And he said, well, they're just gonna have to wait till after 6 o'clock because I gotta work.
Okay, with that being said, I'll tell you what happened to me today. Everybody knows that my back has been acting up.
Hmm.
My doctor has ordered a back brace, a rigid back brace, which is the kind that you get after you have back surgery, the hard molded plastic ones.
Hmm.
And I took it to a medical supply company here, and my doctor faxed it over. And I called and they said, "Oh, now mind you, he's my general practitioner. We're trying to avoid surgery.
Sure.
Oh, he's my general practitioner. So he doesn't really prescribe stuff like that." So
Hmm.
he put in there as a diagnosis back pain and he put back brace.
Hmm.
So this particular company says, well, you know what? I'm going to say the company because if this is shown in Michigan, Benson Medical Supply. Okay.
Okay.
And so they're like, "Well, we need the doctor to put a diagnosis on here. Back pain isn't a diagnosis, and your insurance company won't pay for it. And you can't just put back brace. We need to know what kind of back brace." So I called the doctor's office back. They sent the fax back over and put lumbar radiopathy on for diagnosis, and then he put heavy duty back brace.
Hmm.
So I went up there to go pick it up because they said that they had, made the changes
Hmm.
and that I could go get it. Well, number one, Benson's told me they still hadn't got the fax from my doctor. And number 2, I stopped at the doctor's and got a hard copy, a regular prescription, written out prescription. And I brought it with me and they're like, "Well, nope, we can't do it. It still says just a heavy duty back brace."
What? They're by name now?
No, it has to say rigid or non-rigid.
Oh, for Pete's sake. That's ridiculous.
So, I mean, I'm standing there and I'm crying and it's like I can barely walk at this time. It's like 6 o'clock at night. I can barely walk. I'm in so much pain yesterday. And I'm standing there crying. I'm like, "So what am I supposed to do?" "Well, we faxed it over to your doctor and he never faxed us back." Hmm. Okay. So call the doctor's office today. No, it got faxed, Lori. Hmm. Um, yeah. So I'm like, "Okay, you guys faxed it over?" "Yep." "Okay." So then I call Benson back and they're like, "No, doctor's never faxed anything back." I'm like, "Oh."
Why don't you just tell me you don't have it?
I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I call the doctor's office back and I'm like, "They're saying they didn't get it." So by this time, the girl in the office is so angry. And she says, she's like, "I'm typing them a little note to the facility."
Good for
And
her. To
and she
whom
put
it may
on there,
concern.
yeah, and she put on there, give her the rigid back brace, blah, 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 blah. And she put the diagnosis on there 3 times. Okay. I gave it 10, 15 minutes. Now they don't use fax machines anymore. They do it all on the computer now.
Email.
Gave it 15 minutes and I called Benson's back. "No, we don't have it.
We don't have the brace or we don't have the email.
We don't have the email."
Oh, baloney.
So I called the doctor's office back and I'm like, "You know what? Wright and Philippus is right down the road. Could you please send it over for me?" Boom. I call Wright and Philippus 5 minutes later and I'm like, "Did you get a fax from my doctor? Here's my information, yada, 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 yada." And they said, "Yep. When do you want to come get it?"
Well, they just lost out, didn't they, Benson?
Yeah, because you know what I found out?
Hmm.
Lordy, lordy, lordy.
It's getting better.
Yeah. I found out that this medical company, it used to be the biggest one in Michigan,
Hmm.
but because they've been doing this to people, because even the girl at the doctor's office, she says, "Well, where do you want me to send it?" And I says, "Well, just send it to Benson." She's like, "Are you sure?" She's like, "There's always issues with Benson." And I noticed that through my surgeries that different insurance companies were using, now we have Wright and Philippus here,
Hmm.
and we have a Heart Medical, HART supply.
Hmm.
More and more are using those 2 than the other one.
Well, Benson will
So,
be out of business before too long.
and then it does get better.
Mm-mm.
I called the 800 number because I wanted to talk to, the main office.
Give him a
And
survey.
and I called and it was like pushed blah 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 blah. So I pushed it for billing. And this person came on and she says, "What department for supplies do you need?" And I'm like, "I'd like to speak to, management, like higher up management. I'd like to speak to somebody in the main office. What medical supplies do you need?"
Little
And I
too
said,
late now. I already got it.
"I'd like to speak to somebody that's higher up than the people in the store.
Hmm.
If you don't tell me what division you need, I can't transfer your call."
Wow.
So Linda hung up, and I'm done. So I'm done. I'm done.
Hang on just a second here. Go ahead.
No, I mean, how are you going to treat somebody like that? How are you going to treat somebody like that?
You're
I
not.
mean,
That's why these.
I've got a little bit tougher skin, but lordy, lordy, you know? And it's like I'm doing my best here. So I'm just going to continue this story and say, by no way am I endorsing this or anything else, but I have heard time and time and time again that, CBD edibles are the way to go for pain.
I've heard that.
I I don't smoke. I didn't really like it as a teenager. Still don't like it. But guess what was right across, and it's legal here, 21 and over in Michigan. But guess what was right across the street from Benson's Medical Supply?
A vape shop.
Oh no, it was House of Dank. It was a dispensary. So
Hmm.
I went over to the dispensary and I got a piece of candy, and my back has not been as bad. I took a small sliver of it and I was good for the rest of the night, and my back to all day today. It's just it's like if I try to turn to the right or turn to the left, it tweaks. But if I do forward and backward motion, it's okay. So I just have to not turn right or left, and it's doing better. But, I mean, I'm not endorsing it. I'm not, I'm just saying that the moral to my story is the best thing probably was the fact that there was a dispensary across the street from Benson's, and I can see why. For all the shit they put people through, you just go over there and get your troubles taken care of.
And that's something. Ain't that something? Okay, hang on just a second. If you have any questions, please call our customer service department at 888-246-7667.
Yes, that is the number for Benson's.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yep. They are just so rude. Just so rude because, and after calling there so many times to see if they had gotten the prescription, the fax back, I could just see her, through the phone rolling her eyes. No, ma'am, we don't have it.
And you know
And it's
what's
like,
really sad is you think that the CEO of Benson knows about that?
that's what I was trying to get to somebody that can, you know, let them know that, I mean, obviously there's a problem with this company if my own doctor's office didn't want to send it there. Think about that. My
Mm-hmm.
doctor's office said, "Are you sure you want to go to Benson?" Oh yeah, they make it look so nice and yada yada yada, but really they're not. They're really not. And those particular back braces have to be um fitted. Because I mean, I don't, of course, I wouldn't need a back brace for a man, that wouldn't work on
Mm-hmm.
me. So,
Mm-hmm.
and, they have them there. So, needless to say, I had Ellie Mae today, so I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
go up and get my back brace. But first thing in the morning, rest assured, this loudmouth Linda will be at right in Philippus getting her back brace.
See, and that's sad because his name is Nick.
The CEO.
Nick Benson.
Okay. Maybe I can find him on LinkedIn or something.
That's exactly where he's at.
Okay.
And you can email him from there too. Just a
Yeah,
just an FYI, I just wanted to give you a heads up that,
and how
I
shitty
already
your
got
employees
what I
are.
needed. I got what I needed, but if your business is going down and your profits aren't so good, let me tell you why.
Right,
That's
right.
ridiculous.
It
That's
is.
ridiculous. You know,
It
even
is.
Walmart went down after Sam Walton died.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
y'all, it's
because the
about
other
that
ones
almost that time. Go ahead, sorry.
'cause the other ones are just, they don't care. They're just there for the money. It's not, that's why I love mom and pop and family owned operations. I
But
love
you
it.
know what? They've ran them out of business, Linda.
Yep.
These big people have ran them right out of business. So
Yep.
mom pop shops were always the best, but now I mean can't even get a mom pop shop.
Well, and that's because they have to charge a little bit more because they're not a this big, huge world
Hmm.
nationwide company or
Hmm.
even nationwide, not even worldwide. I don't know. Do they have Walmarts in Dubai?
I'm sure.
You
Ah,
think?
Walmart's everywhere. I bet you
Ah,
$100. I'll bet you a nickel. Let me look.
I don't
Is
think they have a
there
Walmart in Dubai. That would be interesting to know, though.
Dubai? Is there Walmart in Dubai? Which countries does have Walmarts? Yes, Walmart has locations in Dubai, including Dubai Mall and Dubai Abu Dubai. Some Walmart employees in
That
Dubai have
surprises me.
praised the company's work culture. So there
That
you go.
surprises me because their streets are marble and gold. No, they're really not, but
Well, and they
they
have them in
extremely
Ireland.
filthy, 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 filthy rich live there.
There's one in Dublin.
I can see
Walmart's
that.
everywhere. It's everywhere.
I can definitely see that.
It
But
is something else again. I'm telling y'all, Walmart. Oh, Sam Walton. You know he was from Woolworths.
oh,
Five
was
and
he?
ten. That's where he started. Benjamin. No, yeah, I think it was
Huh.
either Woolworth or Benjamin. What was it? Benjamin Franklin's Five and Dime or something like that. Maybe that was it. Ben Franklin's Five and Dime.
Um, I don't know about ours was Woolworth, 5 and dime.
Yeah. Oh, well, see, I know he started. He started. That's where he started. Him and his brother, and
Mhm.
then they opened Walmart, and it took off from there. You know, I used to a long time ago work for Walmart, but it wasn't really. It was
Did
in
you?
Walmart. It was another company in Walmart. But I'm going to tell you something.
Oh,
I watched Sam Walton one time. It was the funniest thing you ever saw. When he was alive, he went to the garden center and he had this old truck and he filled it up full of all kinds of lawnmowers and all this kind of stuff.
mhm.
And then he drove around the parking lot and he came right to the front gate, front door, walked in and fired the manager on the spot. And he said, I want to show you what I just walked away from your garden center with. No one stopped me. No one said a word.
Yeah, but if they knew he was the owner, though.
He had an old pair of overalls on. No one ever knew he
Oh.
was him. He did it all the
Oh.
time. He did it all the
Oh,
time.
okay. Well,
He said, if you're not can't watch out for my business, I can't have you working for me.
good for him.
Got him
Good
for
for
walking
him.
papers. But yeah, he was
Good
a
for him.
he was a feisty old man.
So, yes, it is that time, my
It's that
friend.
time. We have to say goodbye until Monday. Y'all have a good weekend. I hope you have big plans. Hope you don't get rained on because we're going to be building an ark here pretty soon if it keeps raining the way it's going.
Right. Well, you can get the plans from Kentucky. Kentucky has an arc.
Okay, I'll do that. I don't know if I'll have time, but I'll be flooded by that time.
Before
My
you
house
go,
will
do
be
you
in
know what a cubit is?
cubit. Yeah, that's Noah built his ark in cubits.
Yeah. Do you know what a cubit is? How long it
No,
is?
it's a
How long?
measurement, but yeah, no.
It is from your wrist to your elbow. That is a cubit.
I'll be dang. I learned something new.
Mhm. Yep.
Oh,
I learned
well,
that
his ark
from the
was
ark.
pretty good size.
We went and visited the ark.
That is awesome to know.
I'll have to send you a picture. It is just unbelievable
The
how
ark.
big that thing. It's
Oh, I'm
unbelievable
sure.
how big
Can you
that
imagine took two animals of each kind in there, and a giraffe is awful big.
Well, look at the elephants and the hippos.
I know. See, can you imagine? I wonder how they. I guess they just let the sea creatures just swim
Yes,
around because it didn't
it
matter
did
at
not
that
have
point.
any sea animals.
But it didn't matter because they could swim underwater.
Right, right, right. So
Wow,
those were never he never did those.
isn't
But
that something?
he did have some insects too.
Yeah, like the mosquito. That thing survived.
Yeah, he could have left the mosquito and the cockroaches.
They could have left them off. We didn't need them. I saw Katie did just recently, just when I went
Oh,
over to the
really?
mailbox today. Yeah, and I thought I haven't seen
Wow.
one of those things in a long time.
Right, right.
All
Okay,
right,
I
y'all,
love
take
you.
us home, Linda.
Love you guys, and please have a great, safe weekend. And hold on, Connie, because we're gonna do this tonight.
All right.
Good night, everybody. We love you. We'll see you Monday.
Good night.
Work for all my life,
Oh,
and I
of
had to
course.
start again with just
There we
my
go.
children and my wife.
Nope, I got no sound tonight.
I
I
thank
do.
my
Sorry,
lucky
guys.
stars
I got
to
it.
be
I hear it.
living.
I heard it.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
All
Well,
right.
take us home.
Take us home.
Bye. Thanks for
Good
joining
night.
us. Thanks for your support every night. Love yous. We'll see you
Click
Monday.
like and subscribe.